this money, we gon' live all life. So we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. But one day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live all life. Now we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. Shortest can't take us down. It's the time to buy and put your money in. Let the profits maximize. We the people stay true and we don't stand for lies. Canada, we the leader for the legalized. Herb be the cure for all the sick and all the broken. We wanted this for years and they thought we were joking. Nah. We were always patient. Cannabis for you and me and all the nations. So all my brothers and all my sisters, go on and light it up. Go on and take it to the head when the times are tough. I know we buying in the red. That's the sign of blood. Don't panic, we gotta manage. The time is us. And I don't care for the lefts and all the market makers. But I swear they nuts. I call them salty haters. Big pharma trying to get in for a piece of it. Because they know the medication, we don't believe in it. I'm so happy it's over, all the prohibition. And now we're here, it's Rich TV, the coalition. There's no locking or stopping because we on a mission. Teach the people they spreading lies, it's a contradiction.
You want to make money, invest in the top cannabis stocks in Canada and the United States that are revenue generating. Invest in the best because the best is blessed. This is your boy Rich, and we're out. Peace. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is a cannabis stock revolution. It's true. Get ready for the resurrection. I'm out. Peace.
I'm talking Jordan Belfort. Let's open up scenarios. Wolf of Wall Street, and I ain't talking about DiCaprio's. The man predicted markets. He knew it was going to explode. He knew it was making money, and he knew to crash your homes. Oh, yeah, these are the big boys. He also predicted the crash of bitcoins. That's a big short. Stop acting like a big dork. I'ma get this pie, no lie. I need a big fork. I know about the tactics. The shortest making money off the people's back is horseshit. I'm telling you, take caution. Everything is so corporate. I'm trying to make enough money to give to all the poor kids. And that is what the herb is for. Helping people feed the poor. All we need is life, so stop thinking that all you need is more. And now we here, but our past, yeah, we can't forget. It's time to grow, and you know we getting out of debt. One day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live all life. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel all.
Good morning. How you guys doing today? How you doing, Drew? How you doing, Kelvin? How you doing, Jason? We are green in America. Tilt is on fire. Kaya Holdings Inc. is up 15%. Maple Leaf Green World is up 14%. Tilt is up 14%. Ianthus is up 6%. And Harvest Health and Recreation is up 5%. 1933 Industries is up 5%. M. Jardine is up 4.8%. So just looking at the markets, let's see. Percentage decliners in America. You can see all the percentage decliners in America. And we saw that Canada is red slightly. Even though it was green earlier, it is now dipped in the red, unfortunately. But it's true. Slightly. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. So, if you look at the gainers in Canada, ISOL down 20%. That's like the easiest short in history. CanTrust is up 4.5% at 297, fighting to get back to respectability. FSD Pharma coming back from the dead somewhat at 12 cents, up 4%. Emerald Health Therapeutics up 3.98%. Oxley has been creeping up 3.5% at 87 cents. They are going most likely to $1 and beyond. And you can see some other green, but not too much. And decliners, ISOL, which I named earlier, and some other big decliners, some smaller decliners. Nothing too huge to be that concerned about. There's a couple companies that have some news today I wanted to talk about. So I interviewed Still Canada, SCNNF. I want you guys to pull up SCNNF. SCNNF in America, STIL in Canada. Let's pull them up. I saw that they had some news today. I did interview the CEO, and I've done some due diligence on this company. The volume is 78,000 shares at 92 cents, and it is still a company that is very much flying under the radar. I believe this company to be underappreciated, underexposed, and undervalued. I believe this company is going to be a big revenue generator, and they've got news, and they've just been kind of flying under the radar, and the stock's just been dipping down ever so slightly. So I think it might be creating a floor here. If you see the last month, they were at $1.10. They've come down to around this 90-cent range, where I believe they're starting to build a floor. Some of you guys want to look at Organigram. Yeah, we can take a look at them. Shane says, morning, bro. I own Hexo, Sproutly, and Bev. Getting ready for the infused beverages and edibles market. What do you think? Anything else I should add on to this list at all? Yeah, we'll take a look at Stillcana. I like your list. I like all three of those companies, actually, a lot. Take a look at Stillcana as well. They are going to be a player. And I'm going to read some of their news that came out today, which is flying under the radar. So I thought I'd bring it to you guys first, because that's just kind of what we do. And I love to find these stocks when they're at the bottom. That's kind of what we do best. We specialize at that. Jason Garza says there are some great companies on sale. I agree. There are some very good companies on sale. Nilavon says, ACB, do you think it will drop more? Why do you believe the resurrection will begin in August? Well, I never said that it would begin in August. I said it's going to begin. I don't know exactly when. I don't control that. Only the elite can control that. I just said that the resurrection is coming. Because when you see 4 months of red, and previous to that we had 3 months of green, January, February, March, and especially January was huge. Typically you're going to see cycles. So we saw 3 months of green, January, February, March. We saw 4 months of red, April, May, June, and July. So do we see a 5th month of red in August? Or do we see the green start now? Do we see the green start now? Because when you look at the chart, you can see that we've been finding new bottoms. We keep creating new bottoms. So at some point, it will turn around. This is a growing sector. There is more and more people that are learning about the sector. There's more and more people learning about these companies, and they will continue to. So as we see these companies become more and more popular, you're going to see that more and more people are going to buy the stock. That's just the way it goes. And as these companies start graduating to the senior exchange, more and more people will know about these companies, and more people will invest in these companies. Do I think that ACB will drop more? Yeah, they might drop more, but I also think that they're cheap, and I think they're a buy at these levels. I really do. Drew says, I think Hexo is going to take off. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I own Hexo, and I really like them a lot. Looking at Stillcana on bar chart, there's no opinion here. Still such a new company. Nilavon says, because we saw ACB at 5.6 in July 2018, might we see that again? Yeah, it's possible. I don't see it happening, but it's possible. But anything's possible. But even if it does go that low, I don't believe it'll stay there for long. I think that'll be a buying opportunity, and then it'll come back up. I'm talking about the Canadian price. Clearly it's going to go there, or it's already there in America, which I think is such a steal. Such a steal at these prices. Such a steal. So if we take a look at Stillcana, it's SCNNF in America, STIL in Canada. Let's take a look and see if they've got some news out. People have been messaging me, Rich, Stillcana has news, Rich. Rich, Stillcana has news. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. talk about the news of the day. And if there's any stocks that have any big news, guys, please let me know. We can look at it. Here it is. So, previous to this news, Stilcana JV extraction facility in Romania awaits final approvals. So they're just waiting final approvals. I think that will be big. And then there's the news today. Stilcana accepts delivery of its first customized harvester. Vancouver 31st, 2019. The company releases the latest episodes extracting results of its video series Stilcana Stories. I like that. They've got a video series called Stilcana Stories. Go take a look at that, guys. The company unveils new corporate website. Stilcana Inc., STIL in Canada, SCNNF in America, or the company is pleased to announce that Poland has accepted delivery of its first of several custom-built harvesters, especially designed for hemp. All right, Poland. Keep hearing the name Poland and Romania from Stilcana. These harvesters represent the best technology farming has to offer, speed and efficiency, while specifically designed to retain CBD content throughout the process, stated Jason DeSalt, CEO of Stilcana. This equipment was only possible due to the general agricultural expertise of our Polish team. We look forward to deploying this equipment as we implement the final stages of our 2019 agricultural initiatives. In episode 3, Extracting Results, the 5th of the company's video series, Stilcana Stories, the company's COO and Chief Engineer Shay Dejare explains some of the combined knowledge and technologies that went into designing the Romanian-based Origin extraction facility that is a JV with UK-based Dragonfly Biosciences. Episode 3 is available for viewing at stilcana.com/news. Interesting. Let's see. It's a video series? Oh, what is this video series? Let's take a look. Three minutes. Okay. I got 3 minutes.
I can't describe how excited I am about the equipment that we have here. It's just state of the art. A lot of it is simple chemistry. However, the way it's being put together is amazing. I couldn't dream of having anything added to this to make it any better. To me, this is my playground and I'm dying to play in the sandbox. We're breaking ground here in Romania as far as CBD goes. It's non-stop, 24 hours a day. I've been studying cannabis on the medical side since 2011. To combine my experience along with state-of-the-art equipment, it's really cool.
We have a state-of-the-art, large-scale CBD manufacturing facility we built here in Romania, built to GMP compliance. What we foresee is the product becoming commodity, homogeneous pricing globally, and that the demand for the product won't be in the tens of thousands of grams, but will be in the tens of millions of grams. And it's my belief that in a very short amount of time when this facility is running and fully licensed, it will be one of the largest manufacturers of CBD in all of Europe.
Am fost într-adevăr impresionat de ceea ce am văzut. Partea aceasta a lucrurilor dau credibilitate atât localității cât și zonei întregi.
We weren't pushed into this space through investment. We were pushed into this space through the passion of our team. Our farmers have been farming hemp for 20 years and our extraction team has been extracting CBD for over 5. We're currently at our Romanian facility, which is a joint venture with Dragonfly Biosciences. This is our first extraction initiative in Europe. Our second is a pilot plant in Poland, which we just broke ground on, and our third, which will be a facility that will be twice the size of the one that we're sitting in now. I made this trip to meet all of our staff and our workers, people that are going to be here every day working around the clock to create CBD isolate and CBD oils, and I'm proud to say that we will be the first or the second largest employer in this village. Being in a country like Romania and being in a village like this, you get an opportunity to deal with some real quality scientists. Bucher, who is our PhD, who is running this facility, he's super bright, he's experienced, he's fantastic.
Sunt foarte fericit pentru că cea mai importantă caracteristică a fost determinarea de a lucra și de a duce lucrurile la bun sfârșit. Am învățat ce înseamnă go, go, go.
This is a very, very new industry. It's not one that we're following, it's one that we've begun. We're blazing the trail for a whole industry here in Romania, but also in Europe.
It's a nice video. It's a nice video. Let's see here. That was the first one. Oh, this is the first one. That was the second one. This is 3 minutes as well.
To znaczy, w tym roku mieliśmy założenie, że na 2019 rok wyprodukujemy około 16 ton CBD. Na przyszły rok planujemy znaczne zwiększenie tej produkcji. Myślę, że w bardzo niedługim czasie okaże się, że nasze możliwości są bardzo duże. Nazywam się Zofia Wolber. Jestem współwłaścicielem firmy Olimax. W Konopiach wyrosłyśmy razem z Krystyną. To była tradycja, była to, że tak powiem, tradycja rodzinna i moja, i mojej rodziny, i rodziny Krystyny. Także jest to taka, powiedzmy, bardzo rodzinna tradycja. Konopiami zajmujemy się my i nasze dzieci.
As a child, I remember me, my mom, and my grandfather working on the plantation of hemp. I always wanted to do the same as they did. Now we are growing hemp for CBD. We are putting new technologies, including harvesting and extraction. We're going to grow 1,500 hectares. We're going to process about 500 kilos of hemp flowers per day. And that means everyday yield is more than 50 kilos a day of CBD. My grandfather will be proud of me. Olimax is going to be the biggest grower and producer of CBD in Poland.
Our partnership with Olimax brings farmers that have been farming hemp on land just like this one for the last 20 years. And experience isn't something that you can buy. So we're very excited to be working with Olimax. It's really the perfect partnership. We've got farmers who haven't lost their crop for 20 years, and I have an extraction team that has extracted over 1,000 batches of CBD over the last 5 years.
Moim zdaniem, jeżeli chodzi o przyszłość CBD i produkcji tego olejku, w ogóle konopi przymusowej, jest to duży potencjał. Pozwoli na to, że zaistnieje tu nowe gałęzie przemysłu i będą ludzie uzyskiwać dosyć duże dochody. Każda inwestycja kapitału zagranicznego jest dla nas bardzo cenna i myślimy, że tutaj również z firmą Syncana będziemy dobrze współpracować.
Typu proces produkcji, zbioru, przechowywania, suszenia, siewu. Wszystko u nas jest, robimy to zupełnie inaczej niż robi to, że tak powiem, cała reszta. Jesteśmy szaleni w tym kierunku innowacyjni. W tym roku wspólnie ze Steel-Caną my możemy się stać naprawdę największym potentatem krajowym, że ambicje mamy znacznie wyższe niż tylko, powiedzmy, Polska.
I like the fact that they're creating jobs for countries in Europe as well. So this is an exciting time for this sector. It's such an exciting time. I mean, to see all these videos and see what's happening, it's just kind of mind-blowing to see where we've come in this sector. Been talking about these stocks for 2.5 years, and now I'm like watching companies like Steel-Cana, and they're growing hemp and CBDs in countries in Europe, like from Canada. Like, wow. And this is the latest video. Let's see what this one says. I haven't seen any of these videos. This is the first time I've actually seen all 3 of these videos. Extracting results.
CBD and distillation go hand in hand. Distillation is really just a mechanism of changing phases within a particular compound. Through manipulating the parameters of distillation, we create different products. My background is in stainless steel manufacturing and fluid dynamics, primarily with beer, spirits, and in the cannabis space. And I've been a part of over 25 large-scale distillation setups and operations worldwide.
I got interested in CBD and cannabinoids about 4 years ago, and it's a bit of a gold rush in the US right now. The Fortune 500 have not yet come to play in this space. We at Steel-Cana realize that this market is coming and have built a very large extraction facility, and we're hoping to be able to feed this new Fortune 500 industry that's coming to us.
Mark comes to me with a wild dream of creating the largest extraction plant in the world, called Origin, to build this facility out, design the equipment, and be a part of what I think is an incredible movement. After that first night, I knew that there was no stopping what that plant can be. We pulled in filter technologies from the brewing industry. We pulled in solvent recovery systems from the distillation world of alcohol. All of the equipment in the Origin facility is custom designed to create the best, highest quality, most efficient facility we can. This is our Europrima hemp separation equipment. This is our alcohol and cannabinoid oil solution storage tanks prior to evaporation. These are our winterization tanks used to precipitate out waxes from our alcohol and cannabinoid solution. These are our evaporators used for solvent recovery and raw oil collection. This is our dual stage short path thin film distillation unit used to separate out our cannabinoid full spectrum compounds from the remainder of our impure plant waxes and plant material. A lot of the equipment we have put in place opens the doors up for what could be an exploding and expanding market with other cannabinoids. We don't even know what they're capable of doing yet, and we have the equipment to lead that in terms of our industry. I can't wait to see where we go. It gets me super excited. I get to be a part of a huge movement. I get to be a part of a management team with so much drive and passion. This facility is already achieving beyond what our expectations were. We're at least 15, 18 months ahead of our competitors getting up and running. We've got the drivers, we've got the experience, and we've got the custom-built equipment. Am I concerned about giving secrets away? I mean, no. Sharing a little bit of our inside knowledge on them doesn't scare me at all. I mean, bring it on.
Bring it on! Wow. So, yes, that's Steel-Cana. So, some big news for them. And take a look at their series. There's 5 videos. I just showed you guys 3. I'm not going to go through all of them. This is their website. In the media. Press releases. Video. So you can see all the videos there. Website looks nice. What is CBD and what it means to you? This is good. This is good. Breaks it all down. So that's still Canna. And let's see, there's some other news out there today. Let's take a look at some other news. What about High Tide? So High Tide, I brought you guys them first at 27 cents, I believe. They hit a high of 45 cents. Let's see where they're at right now. So they're at 40 cents right now. They're even, 104,000 shares. So they've clearly done extremely well since I brought you guys that video about 5 days ago. If we take a look at the last month, you can see that they've just exploded right here. And then boom, a high of 43, I guess. I think it did hit 45, but that was the intraday high. And finished, I guess, 43 on the day, and we're now at 40. But I believe they have news today. Let's take a look at their news. Look at the news here. High Tide announces Canna Cabana in Fort Saskatchewan as 11th location selling recreational cannabis in Alberta. Told you guys I liked High Tide. I told you it was underappreciated, undervalued, underexposed. And I think the company has a lot of potential. And I brought to you guys the video. You should look at the video where I went into all the due diligence in detail. I mean, they got huge brands that are working with them. Huge. High Tide Inc., an Alberta-based retail-focused cannabis corporation enhanced by the manufacturing and wholesale distribution of smoking accessories and cannabis lifestyle products, HITI in Canada, HITIF in America. Let's see the US side, see what they're trading like. So 134,000 shares in the US at 30 cents, up slightly. All right. All right. Today announced that the Canna Cabana retail store located at Unit A, 10310 100th Avenue in the city of Fort Saskatchewan, the Fort Saskatchewan store received its first delivery of cannabis products from Alberta Gaming. Wow, congratulations. That's congratulations right there. Liquor and Cannabis AGLC, and has begun selling recreational cannabis for adult use. Wow, I love it. This means more revenue. High Tide currently has 15 branded Canna Cabana locations selling recreational cannabis products across Canada, inclusive of the Fort Saskatchewan store. High Tide expects its next 9 Canna Cabana locations and the first Kush Bar location to be licensed as retail cannabis stores by the end of August. Whew, that's big. That's big, which will bring its total to 24 locations across Canada, barring any changes to the current rate of licensing by AGLC. The Fort Saskatchewan store marks yet another milestone for High Tide at its Canna Cabana retail cannabis business continues to grow at a fast pace across Alberta, said Raj Grover, President and Chief Executive Officer of High Tide. We are excited to offer recreational cannabis for adult use to this dynamic and growing city, and we look forward to being a member of the community for the long term, added Mr. Grover. I love it. Absolutely love it. Canna Cabana this week also received an AGLC license to sell recreational cannabis at its upcoming location in Bonnyville, which is expected to open by the end of August. The remaining Canna Cabana and Kush Bar locations needed to achieve the AGLC's maximum of 15% market share are currently under various stages of development and construction. Outside of Alberta, High Tide currently has a Canna Cabana retail cannabis store in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, along with 3 branded locations in Hamilton, Sudbury, and Toronto, Ontario. About High Tide Inc. High Tide Inc., HITIF, Frankfurt 2LY, is an Alberta-based retail-focused cannabis corporation enhanced by the manufacturing and wholesale distribution of smoking accessories and cannabis lifestyle products. It is a vertically integrated company in the Canadian cannabis market with a portfolio subsidiaries including RGR Canada Inc., Famous Brands Inc., Kush West Distributors Inc., Smokers Corner Limited, GrassCity.com, Canna Cabana Inc., and the majority of Kush Bar Inc. Huge brands, guys. We're talking Snoop Dogg, we're talking Trailer Park Boys, and I brought it to you guys first. It's true. And they've gone up quite a bit since I brought this to you guys. High Tide's strategy as a parent company is to extend and strengthen its integrity value chain while providing a complete customer experience and maximizing shareholder value. Key industry investors in High Tide include Aphria, kind of a big name, Aurora Cannabis, kind of a monster, and FSD Pharma Inc., which is huge. Representing the core of High Tide's business, RGR Canada Inc. is a high-quality and innovative designer, manufacturer, and distributor of cannabis accessories. Famous Brands Inc. is a dominant manufacturer of licensed lifestyle accessories through partnerships with celebrities and entertainment companies, including Snoop Dogg, there it is, and Paramount Pictures. Famous Brands products are sold to wholesalers and retailers around the world. Founded in 2009 and approved by the Canadian Franchise Association, Smokers Corner Limited is among Canada's largest counterculture chains with 14 locations. Kush West Distribution is in the process of becoming a cannabis wholesaler in the province of Saskatchewan. Based in Amsterdam since 2000, GrassCity.com is the world's preeminent and most searchable online retailer of smoking accessories and cannabis lifestyle products, with approximately 5.8 million site visits annually. With the deregulation of recreational cannabis for adult use across Canada, Canna Cabana Inc. and its 21 branded stores, including accessories-only locations, is in the process of becoming a sizable retail brand with a sophisticated yet playful customer experience, while Kush Bar Inc. is a retail concept that will also be focused on the valued Canadian cannabis consumer. Absolutely love High Tide. I mean, this news is huge. So huge. Look at those stores. You gotta be kidding me. What a world we're living in. And look at that chart. Isn't that just a thing of beauty? Since your boy got on this, since we got on this, look at what it's done. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Drew D says, is Still Canna your top CBD stock? Well, I couldn't say it's my top CBD stock. I'd have to say my top CBD stock is CWeb. CWeb is the top CBD stock. But if you look at some of these companies that are competing with CWeb, like Still Canna, they're just so far behind because CWeb has been a monster forever. CWeb has been a monster forever. So when you're trying to compete with a CWeb, you can't. I mean, we're talking about a giant. They've been around and they've got a brand that's been around for years. So this is why they are trading at $23, because they've been around. They've got a brand that isn't just starting out, but a brand that's been out there. People are buying their products, and more people are going to want to invest in CWeb. They are just a giant, and they've been a huge success. But when you look at CWeb, and then you look at companies like Still Canna, you look at companies like High Tide, you could think of what is potentially to come for companies like Still Canna, because they're tapping into a different market. They're tapping into Romania, they're tapping into Poland, they're tapping into Europe. So we're talking about a completely different market altogether. So I think the key with Still Canna is to just hunt the bottom, right? You know, this is a new company. They pretty much came out of the gate and exploded. I mean, you could see them. They were here at 17 cents August 1st, 2018. So a year ago, they're at 17 cents. They've climbed all the way to 91 cents. They've already been a huge success. So they've been as high as $1.55. In April of this year, they were at $1.55. Since then, they've consolidated like everybody else. So when the resurrection comes, you have to assume that Still Canada will also jump. And this is why I'm trying to bring you guys these companies now and bring them to your attention, because I think there's a lot of upside. I think there's a lot of upside. HITIF is High Tide in America. Let's take a look at them. They're OTCQB stock. Love the fact that they're on the OTCQB. One of the largest exchanges for the minor leagues. If you're not on the senior exchange, you want to be on the OTCQB. It's better than being on the pink sheets. It's not the OTCQX, which is bigger, but it's still a very good exchange in America. And you can see they've traded 136,000 shares at 31 cents. And if you take a look at their 1 month chart, you can see what they did once your boy started talking about them and bringing them to people's attention. All of a sudden, a lot of people started gaining interest. But the reality is, I believe this is just the beginning for High Tide. I also believe this is just the beginning for Still Canada. So let's take a look at another one of the companies that I interviewed the CEO just recently. And that interview with the CEO, is coming out tomorrow, guys. So stay tuned for Patriot One Technologies interview with their CEO. And they've been climbing. I mean, ever since we started talking about Patriot One Technologies, they've been climbing as well. Volume is great, 187,000 shares, currently at $1.91. And you can see their 1 month chart. It's just been climbing. So it was at 176 when we started looking at them, now at $1.91. And I believe with their technology and with all of the different things that is coming in the future with privacy and unfortunately the issues that we're having with terrorism, I think Patriot One Technologies is positioned to be an absolute giant. Let's take a look at these press releases that just came out today. Patriot One and Extract Technology sign artificial intelligence collaboration agreement. So the symbol in Canada is PAT. The symbol is PTOTF in America. And the symbol in Frankfurt, Germany is OPL. Patriot One Technologies, a developer of the PatScan trademark multi-sensor covert threat detection platform, otherwise known as the PatScan, is pleased to announce that it has signed a collaboration agreement with Extract Technologies, a leading Canadian artificial intelligence company based in Vancouver, BC, to develop and improve new products and services, explore the potential for joint research and development activities, and consider the feasibility of future strategic initiatives. I love it. Extract will work closely with 3 of the PatScan platform component teams, CMR, TMS, and VRS, to explore how artificial intelligence technology can augment multiple data sets, such as people and threat objects, to enhance sensor threat detection performance. In addition, the Extract team will examine ways data fusion between the 3 sensor solutions can enhance overall platform effectiveness. I love this. Technology meeting privacy, meeting artificial intelligence, meeting terrorist threat detection, deterrence. Absolutely love this. Loving Patriot One Technologies and this news. This is huge. We are excited to begin collaborating with Patriot One, a company that's demonstrated leadership in global threat detection and security-focused technology development, said Kevin O'Neill, CEO of Extract. We're confident that artificial intelligence technology can deliver improved results, further enhancing the PatScan platform class-leading performance. Wow, that's big. Class-leading performance, eh? Extract will be a valuable partner on the strategic partnership, said Martin Cronin, CEO of Patriot One. We have truly impressed by the Extract team. We've been truly impressed by the Extract team and how they delivered for both private and public organizations, giving us confidence that they will have a positive impact on the development and integration of our growing list of threat detection components. We've already begun working together and anticipate positive developments within the next 30 days. This collaboration agreement is a strong example of Patriot One's commitment to continually investing in our development to maintain the gold standard of threat detection for public safety. Launching a digital media marketing campaign. Coinciding with the launch of international sales, Patriot One has engaged Native Ads Inc. to provide and manage the company's digital marketing campaign. Patriot One has entered into a service agreement with Native Ads for a total cost of approximately $250,000 Canadian. Neither Native Ads nor any of its directors and officers own any securities of the company. This agreement has an initiated term of 6 months. Native Ads will provide content development, web development, media distribution, and campaign reporting and optimization. So they've got the marketing in place. Love that. This is smart management. This is the way most businesses need to do business. You need to have a plan for your stock. You need to have a marketing plan. You need to have a plan for your business. You need to have a revenue plan. You need to have a business plan. You need to be able to execute your plan. You need to have a good management team. In order to be successful, you need to have all of these things in place, and then you need to execute on your plan. I say this all the time. Companies don't fail to plan. Companies don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. And this is a company right now that is doing all the right things. And wait for the video that comes out tomorrow with Patriot One Technologies CEO and Rich TV Live. It's going to be a really good one. I'm really impressed with this company, and I think they have so much potential. And this is like one of those undervalued, under the radar companies that nobody knows. About Patriot One Technologies Inc. Patriot One Technologies Inc., PAT on the Toronto Stock Exchange, PTOTF on the OTCQX, and OPL in Frankfurt, Germany. Patriot One's mission is to deliver innovative threat detection and counterterrorism solutions for safer community. Our PatScan trademark multi-sensor covert threat detection platform provides a network of advanced sensor technologies with powerful next-generation AI/machine learning software. AI stands for artificial intelligence. The network can be covertly deployed from far perimeter to interiors across multiple weapons restricted facilities. The PatScan trademark platform identifies and reports threats wherever required, including car parks, building approach, employee and public entryways, and inside facilities like schools and public events like parades and sporting events. This is vital in a world where terrorism, unfortunately, is becoming a global problem. Each solution in the platform identifies weapons, related threats, or disturbances for immediate security response. Our motto, which I love, deter, detect, and defend. Say it, deter, detect, and defend, is based on the belief that widespread use of the PatScan trademark platform will act as an effective deterrent to diminish the epidemic of active threats around the globe. About Extract Technologies, Inc. And you can follow Patriot One Technologies at patriot1tech.com or follow them on Twitter and Facebook. Extract develops and commercializes artificial intelligence, machine learning architectures, and deep neural network and predictive solutions utilizing its proprietary technology for public institutions and private enterprise across a variety industry sectors, including security and national defense, healthcare, transportation, human resources, information technology, manufacturing, and the global environment. For more information, visit extract.ai. Wow. This is big. This is a big deal. About Native Ads, the company that they've just engaged for their media and advertising services. Native Ads provides strategic digital media services, marketing, and data analytics services. Native Ads owns and operates a proprietary ad exchange with over 80 integrated SSPs, supply side platforms, resulting in access to 3 to 7 billion daily North American ad impressions. Wow. The full-service ad agency arm leverages its proprietary platform and traffic buying methodologies to assist issuer clients with high-volume content dissemination to appropriate audiences at the appropriate times. Love it. Love it, love it, and absolutely love it. And let's see what you guys' messages are saying. Jason Garza says, I just started buying US, got my toes wet with Curaleaf and MedMan. Yeah, good picks, especially Curaleaf. Okay, if we go back to Rich TV Live and we go to Rich's picks, you can see our picks are all listed here, guys. And not all of them. I mean, some of them aren't even listed here. We got to get up to date on our picks, guys. Where's the rest of our picks from August? We've got a bunch of August picks. We've done 10 of them, and only 2 of them are listed. So we got to get up to date. But you can see High Tide is up 54% since we brought that one. Zoomaway Travel is up 380% since we brought that one. MTLO, I don't mean it's up 380% right now. It hit a high of 380%. MTLO hit a high of 194%. Now, a lot of these stocks came up and then came back down. So you got to realize when you're up, take the money and run. I've said it over and over and over again. Fiore Gold is up 29% since I brought it to you guys. CBIS was up 41% since I brought it to you guys. Pays was up 81% since I brought it to you guys. IIPR was up 64% since I brought it to you guys. BYND was up a high of 161% since I brought it to you guys. PVOT was up 163% since I brought it to you guys. ZYNE was up 166% since I brought it to you guys. Labs was up 274% since I brought it to you guys. VAI was up 117% since I brought it to you guys. Sproutly was up 188% since I brought it to you guys. A lot of these have come down. So you got to take your money and run, guys. Like I tell you all the time, they do not stay at their highs. Cura was up 129% since I brought it to you guys. Green Growth Brands, 55%. CHM, Chemistry, up 85%. HARV, up 94%. I mean, some of these stocks exploded. SLL, up 41% of its highs. Lyft, up 27% from its highs. So they've all gone higher, and a lot of them have come down since. So you got to really take a look at the picks and make sure that when they're climbing and you're in the green, you take your profits, especially in the cannabis sector. It's a sector that's highly volatile. There's a lot of ups and downs. So you've got to take your profits when you see them, okay? When you're in the green, take the green. When you're in the green, take the green, especially in a volatile sector that is going up and down every single day. Entourage Vid says VFF is a beast. Drew D says, I don't own any Emerald. I do have them on the watch list though. Jason Garza says, bought OGI as well. Very efficient company. Hope they have good, powerful edibles. Yeah, I believe they will. We are still in the green in the cannabis sector in the US, but we are in the red in Canada slightly. Entourage Vid says, I got Kira also. What did you get them at? Jason Garza says, too much, too early, $9.50 US. I think it'll go way higher than that if you're patient. Entourage Vid says, no, that's a great price. I bought them at 10 because I know it's going higher. Yeah, it's going to go higher. Jason Garza says, I'm pretty bullish on them. Even the biggest analysts are bullish on them. Drew D says, I own OGI. They have a bright future. I think we'll see nice returns. Yeah, I think so too. You guys can see some of the stocks that are up in America, and you can see some of the decliners. ISOL is just getting slaughtered. Just slaughtered. Curaleaf is in the red. A little bit of green, a little bit of red. Ianthus is up 4%. C-Web is up 3%. Kush Bottles is up 2%. CV Science is up 2%. Some of these stocks are coming off bottoms. Tilt is up 13%, and they're coming off the bottom. Jason Garza says, VFF and Emerald own a 50-50 indoor grow. I believe it's called Sun Farms, 1 million square foot grow. Drew D says Cura will be huge, though in my opinion, the US market is so big. I agree. Drew says just a little setback with CBD labels. Yeah. Jason Garza says some call Cura Canopy 2.0 for the US. Yeah, I think that's very possible. Drew D says stupid on their part, but I feel that they handled it properly. Yeah, they dealt with it quickly. I think that they'll resolve that. Jessica says, be ready. The cannabis resurrection just started. I don't even think it's started yet, but hopefully. Oh, Bills is up. Jason Garza says, I hope so. I think more red to come. Yeah, I mean, we're going into August, right? So anything is possible right now. It's either going to be another red month, which will be the 5th red month in a row, or it'll be the start of the resurrection, and it'll be a green month. Either way, I believe September will be green. That will be my prediction. Wow, look at Bills, guys. Bills is blowing up 9.2% at $1.42. Look at this news from Stockhouse. The top followed cannabis brand is going global. Identifying a target market is textbook knowledge for most executives and investors in business schools, seminars, books. Anywhere where you look, a well-identified target market has always been taught as one of the key elements of successful business. Within the adult market, however, is an extremely potent target market. Millennials, 51% of cannabis users in the US are millennials, making them the largest consuming age group. In addition, they're one of the most frequent cannabis using groups. An astounding 39% of millennials cannabis users in California are daily users. To capture the millennial cannabis market, a company needs to advertise directly to them. The best place is social media, which accounts for 75% of digital ad spending. Unfortunately, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube don't currently accept adverts from cannabis companies. Instead, brands must create pages and channels, need to build an audience from scratch. That's where Ignite International Brands, Bills, has the edge. Ignite was founded with ambitions of having the world's top premium cannabis brand, and it has quickly grown a dedicated following. The brand's Instagram page boasts more than 1.7 million followers with a 9.9% engagement rate, as well as an average of 135,000 new followers per month. Oh, that's huge. Not only is it the most followed cannabis brand in the world on Instagram, that's enormous. Those engagements and followers are primarily coming from the targeted millennial market. Posts of Ignite's cannabis, CBD, and apparel regularly garner over 75,000 likes and 1,000 comments. Wow, that's big. A big part of that audience comes from Ignite's founder and chairman, Dan Bilzerian. Dan, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on our show. Love to have you on our show. I'm a huge fan of yours, and we'd love to do business with you guys in some capacity. A huge social media influencer with more than 43 million followers across platforms. Bilzerian's vision for the brand involved capitalizing on the millennial market. After all, 85% of Bilzerian's followers are millennials, with an average 1.4 million directly engaging with each of his posts. Wow. To make Ignite the biggest brand in competitive US markets like California and Nevada, Ignite pursues a promo-heavy strategy, high-profile billboards, promoted events, and field teams that educate bud tenders and customers alike are all vital for keeping the Ignite name at the forefront. Ignite CFO Eddie Matai told Stockhouse Editorial in an interview that building the brand around the millennial market was a calculated move. Ultimately, we look at what differentiates us from a marketing perspective. It's the 18 to 35 age group or social media. When you're looking at that target demographic, the reason we win is because of Dan's and the brand's followers. Our social media is a key asset that allows us to scale as a global brand very quickly. It's one thing to build a brand with the largest following in the world, but trendy products can come and go. Instead, Ignite is focused on building a business with investment potential that capitalizes on its impressive branding. I love this. I absolutely love this. Like any growing industry, the cannabis industry started with a heavy focus on the beginning of its production cycle, as Matai points out. This initial upstream focus was on cultivation and the associated capital expenditures, but it has steadily shifted to a midstream focus on extraction, processing, and distribution. This shift leaves a sizable opportunity for the first real downstream play, which focuses on brand and products. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is big, guys. This is very, very big. This is very, very big. Patriot One Technologies is climbing. I won't be surprised to see it go to $2, which I said it would from day one. Compound Stock Interest Guy says Ignite's got a big YouTube page. Ignite House, I think. They've talked about their products on Ignite House and CBDs. Yeah, I mean, they've got a huge founder too. So they've got some huge power behind them. And the volume is still low. So very few people are still buying this stock. Only 105 million shares issued and outstanding. I think this thing goes way higher. Way higher. Way higher. They need to start getting some big revenue. Once they start showing some big revenue, this baby's gonna skyrocket. Any other news, guys, that I should be looking at? If there's any other news, please let me know. Any other picks that you want me to look at, please let me know. Like, bar chart doesn't even have an opinion on this stock. but it's up 118% in the last 3 months. So while everybody else has been going down, they've actually been going up. Up now 118% since June 21st. Interesting. I think it's one we definitely need to be watching very, very closely. It's doing very, very well. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Just wanted to bring you guys the news, bring you some of the picks that we've been talking about. If you guys want to see the Rich picks, you can go to richtvlive.com. You can see all of our picks. I'm going to update these. There's some picks missing for some reason, and some of these picks are not proper. Some of these picks are not updated. Like, for example, I brought Visa and MasterCard at these prices. Let's take a look at Visa and MasterCard. I brought Visa at 174. There's no way Visa's at 174. It's not correct. Visa at 181. It's up since I brought Visa. It's not been updated for some reason. And MasterCard at 265. I brought them at 265. There's no way they're 265. $276. So I brought both of these picks, and both of them are up since I brought them to big board stocks that I told you guys will continue to climb, because look at their charts. Like, have you ever seen charts like this before? Where have you ever seen a chart like this? Is that not a thing of beauty? The MasterCard chart is a thing of beauty. Let's see what the analysts think. I'm right here, man. I'm right here. Analysts believe MasterCard is a strong buy, just like I do, because people are going to get more and more in debt, and they're going to buy with their credit cards. And MasterCard and Visa are the two biggest credit cards in the world. Look at this. MasterCard ranks 7th out of 27 financial institutions. They are a screaming buy for me. Screaming buy. Love them. And they're in the red today. But they were cheaper when I brought them to you guys. And take a look at Visa. I'm not sure why they're not updated on the website. We got to get that fixed. If you want to see Visa's chart, it's ridiculous. It looks exactly the same. Look at this. It looks exactly the same. Their charts look exactly the same. And analysts got them at, let me guess, strong buy? Let me predict. Strong buy. There you go. So the analysts got them as strong buy on Rich TV Live. And we've been right on these picks yet again. And let's take a look at some other stocks. Let's take a look at the Rich picks. What other stocks did we pick? Let me guess. Strong buy? Let's go. Where's Pays? Pays. So we brought Pays at $9.90. It went to $17.95. I hope you guys sold at $17.95. It's just because stocks go up doesn't mean they're going to go up forever. Not every stock is going to be Visa and MasterCard, guys. Not every stock is going to be Visa and MasterCard. Paysign is now at $13.41. It went as high as almost $18. So I hope you took it. I hope you took it. Epic Run brought it to you guys at $9. I brought it to you guys like, where? Here? Brought it to you guys here. It went all the way up over here. Hope you sold. And then now it's come back down. And it's probably going to go down for a bit. And then it's going to go on another run. It's just the way it goes. That's the way the markets go, guys. That's the way the markets go. They don't go the way you want them to go. They go the way the market makers want them to go. So when a stock goes up to 52-week highs, that's when you sell. That's the secret. Because they're going to come back down. And then you buy it again. And then it goes back up and then you sell it again. You buy in the red, you sell in the green. That's the Rich system. We've been talking about this for years now. Broadwind Energy, BWEN. Thank you, Entourage Vids. Let's see what the analysts on Rich TV Live think about Broadwind Energy Inc. Strong buy. Looks good. Volume is very low, though. 2,500 shares. That's concerning to me. Let's take a look at some other picks. Let's take a look at Facebook. Internet Thug TV says ACCO up 16%. ACCO Browns announces earnings 0.36 earnings per share, beats estimates 32.79 million earnings. Oh wow, thank you. Fat Nut says, I've been watching Cron 4 months thinking about starting a position. What do you see at these levels? Cron under $20 seems like the buy because it goes from under 20 to 20. So anything under 20 seems like a buy, and then anything over 20 seems like a sell. Facebook's at $198. Like these guys since day one. Look at that chart. This is a money-making machine, people. Don't bet against money-making machines. I'm going to show you guys the best, because the best is blessed. Doesn't matter if it's the cannabis sector, if it's the global markets. Wow. Amazon back to 1800? Yo, that's a buy, folks. This is a buy, folks. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's the lowest I've seen Amazon in a while. Strong buy. There it is. I already knew it was a buy. Jeez. Let's go to their charts. I love the fact that I have all these tools right here. I don't have to go anywhere else. I love that I have all my tools right there, right at my fingertips on Rich TV Live. Look at this. So Amazon right now is the lowest it's been since June 17th. So it did go a little bit lower. It went as low as $16.92 in June 3rd. It was at $1,600 in March. Went as low as $1,300 in December. Seems like they get resistance around 2,000. Every time they get 2,000, it seems like that's their resistance point. So this might be just a nice little pullback to kind of get ready for the next explosion. For them to get to that next level where they break 2,000, they might even continue to go past that, because they're just such a big money-making machine. Let's see, Apple. I know that they put out earnings. If there's any other picks you want me to look at, please let me know. Up 4%, Apple Inc. 37 million shares, up 4% at $217. Wow. Nice move for Apple. Remember, Apple has 4.6 billion shares. Oh, there it is. They beat their earnings. Apple Q3 earnings beat services aids top line growth. Apple reported third quarter fiscal 2019 earnings of $2.18 per share that beat the Zacks consensus estimate by 8 cents, but declined 6.8% year over year. Net sales increased 1% year over year to $53.81 billion, which surpassed the Zacks consensus estimate of $53.31 billion. The figure was within management's guideline range of $52.5 to $54.5 billion. Foreign exchange volatility negatively impacted sales by 300 basis points BPS, or $1.5 billion. Product sales, 78.7% of sales, decreased 1.7% to $42.35 billion. Services, 21.3% of sales. Revenues increased 12.6% from year ago quarter to $11.46 billion. Non-iPhone revenues increased 17% year over year. Apple ended the quarter with 506 physical stores in 22 countries, apart from online store presence in 35 countries. You know what's crazy? I'm reading this and I'm dreaming of a day where Aurora Cannabis is the Apple of cannabis stocks. I mean, Aurora Cannabis is already in 24 countries. Apple's in 22. Apple's got 4 billion shares. Aurora's got 1 billion shares. Is Aurora the Apple of cannabis stocks? They've got 506 physical stores. The day that Aurora has 506 physical stores in 22 countries, they too will be making billions of dollars. And I feel like that day is coming. Recently, Apple announced that it has set to acquire Intel's INTC smartphone modem business. The deal will add 17,000 wireless technology patents to the iPhone maker's portfolio. Geographical performance. Americans' sales increased 2.1% year over year to almost 25.06 billion and accounted for 46.6% of total sales. Europe generated 11.93 billion in sales, down 1.8% on the year-over-year basis. The region accounted for 22.2% of total sales. Greater China sales decreased 4.1% from the year-ago quarter to 9.16 billion and accounted for 17% of total sales. However, on a constant currency basis, revenue grew year over year in Greater China, driven by government stimulus, favorable consumer response to trade-in programs, financing offers, and other sales initiatives. Apple stated that services grew at a double-digit rate in China, driven by strong App Store growth. Japan sales climbed 5.6% year over year to 4.08 billion and accounted for 7.6% of total sales. Rest of Asia Pacific generated sales of 3.59 billion, up 13.3% year over year. The region accounted for 6.7% of total sales. In BRIC countries, revenues grew 3% year over year. Sales increased at a double-digit rate in India and Brazil. The company set new third quarter revenue records in Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines. Moreover, the country set June quarter revenue records in several developed markets, including the United States, Canada, Germany, France, Japan, Australia, and Korea. This is good. This is strong for Apple. This is good for the sector. This is good for the industry. Talk about Liberty Health's first quarter financials. Interesting chart and news on LeafBuyer. Jason Garza says, wow, ACB Apple. Now that's dreaming big. Hope they cure cancer or something big. Well, they're already in more countries than Apple. And they've got 1 billion shares, and Apple has 4 billion shares. And Apple's trading at $217. So I see some similarities in the size and growth potential. The fact that everybody uses iPhones all over the world, and the fact that people use cannabis all over the world. So I see a lot of similarities. The fact that they have 4.6 billion shares issued and outstanding, and the fact that Aurora has 1 billion shares issued and outstanding. I see similarities there. I do. I actually see similarities there. Call me crazy, but I see similarities there. And that is what this sector needs, is they need companies like Aurora Cannabis to explode. They need companies like Canopy Growth to explode. They need companies like Scott's Miracle Grow to explode. If we go to analyst, moderate buy on Rich TV Live, up 1%, traded 1.1 million shares. They're 57th out of 87 companies. They got a long way to go. But when they become one of the top 10, top 20 companies, they will be $1 billion giant. And they will be $1 billion giant. So you have a chance to get into this $1 billion giant early. Early. Look at their share structure. So institutions have bought 16 million shares in the last 3 months and only sold 7 million shares. People are loading up, folks. This is why I love Rich TV Live. We have so much. Look at this. Institutional holdings, 13% of this stock is institutional holdings. 132 million shares are being held by institutions. I like that. Institutions are buying Aurora Cannabis, folks. Look at their total shares, 1.01 billion of the float, 966 million in the float. 94% of the float is 94%, almost 95% of the float is in the issue and outstanding. So we only have a few million shares left, but look at the share ratio, the short interest ratio. There's only 36 million shares short on Aurora Cannabis. 5.85 million shares out of 1 billion. A lot of people are not shorting this stock right now. They believe that it's going to go higher. They're buying it. They're buying it. They're buying the stock. Look at the 100-day moving average. We're well below that. Look at the 50-day moving average. We're well below that. Look at the 21-day moving average. We're well below that. Look at the 10-day moving average. We're below that. This is a buy, folks. The stock is a buy. It's obvious, in my opinion, that Aurora is a buy. But that's just my opinion. Let's look at some other stocks. Let's look at Google. So Google at 1,200, saying strong. Google is such a giant. So every time Google gets up to these levels, they get resistance. So we have to assume they might come down, because every time they get to these levels, historically, they get resistance. You can see 1,100 gets resistance. 1,100 gets resistance. 1268 gets resistance. 1245 gets resistance. 1249 gets resistance. 1100 gets resistance. 1200 gets resistance. See that trend? 1280 gets resistance. Down to 1000. 1250. What's next? Netflix. You can find all of this on Rich TV Live, guys, absolutely free. All of this is on Rich TV Live. Netflix at $329. I love what they're doing in India. I think India is such a huge market for television, and they're focused on the Indian market. In India, which is a billion people, I think plus, I think that's a great idea, and I think they're gonna test these 400 soon. So we've seen them just recently get down to, in December, 246. That was such a buy. Exploded up to 385, came back down, got back up to 380, came back down. So 380 seems like to be where the resistance is. Currently at 329. I predict they will be at over 400 in the future and beyond. They are just a giant. And you want to see a good show on Netflix? Watch Money Heist. It's a show that my community's watching. I started watching it, I shared it, and now everybody's addicted to it. And it's about some robbers that are stealing the Spanish mint, which is the printing press, which prints currency, euros. And they're trying to steal money from the printing press. They're trying to rob the Spanish mint. They hijack it and take hostages, and then they try to stay there as long as possible so they can print $2.4 billion. Will they get away? Watch it. And yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original series. And Netflix, if you're watching, we'd love to have Rich TV Live on Netflix. That way, everybody all over the world can learn about all the great opportunities that are happening all over the world every single day. And if we look at Tesla, let's look at Tesla. Another giant that I love to bring you guys the giants. I love to bring you guys the best. I'm telling you, man, Aurora Cannabis is on a collision course to be one of the biggest companies in the world, Jason. I'm telling you. Everybody uses cannabis. Cannabis is recession proof. That's why the cannabis sector will never, ever truly have a recession. The only reason why these stocks go down is because they're overpriced. But what's happening is they're going down and they keep generating more revenue. Soon they will be profitable. And remember, Aurora was supposed to be the first profitable company of the big companies this year. So stay tuned, because if they show profits, that could be the catalyst that explodes the sector. And I believe they are going to be showing their financials in August. So stay tuned to that. Tesla is up 1.47%. Yeah, give me your picks, guys. If there's anything up, let me know. Let's see what the analysts think of Tesla on Rich TV Live. Hold. I like Tesla at these prices. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really like Tesla at these prices. I'm going to show you guys why. I love the tools that we have here. So 5th out of 8th. There's only 8 companies in the sector. They're 5th. Probably be first one day. All right, so let's see here. Let's look at their chart. Please, guys, if there's any picks that are flying, let me know while we're live. So see this? They've been as high as 376 in December. They've been as low as 178. Currently at 245 range. I think this is a buy. I think this goes higher. I really do. I like Tesla. I like Tesla. I think that the future is electric cars. And I love the fact that these futuristic companies, like let's talk about BYD, another one that I brought to you guys, that's been just absolutely flying. It just does not stop, ever. And it's because it's doing crazy things. It's generating tons of revenue. Tons and tons of revenue. Look at this thing. Went public at like 18 bucks. It's now at $203. It's up like 1,000% since it went public. Went public at $18, $19, folks. It's now at $203. It is an absolute giant. Let's see what the analysts on Rich TV Live think. Yeah, thank you guys. Keep giving me your picks. I'll go through them. So they believe it's a hold. Now, the interesting thing about this stock is its share structure. It has extremely tight float. Extremely, extremely, extremely tight float. Look at this, 60 million total shares. This is why the stock is flying. It has a tight float. I always talk to you guys about tight float stocks. Look at the share structure. It matters. This is a tight float. It's a very tight float, 60 million shares. Look at institutions. Institutions only bought 547,000 shares. So it's only 4% institutionally held. This is being driven by retail. That's crazy. This is being driven by retail. Wow. That is nuts. I love the indicators and the tools that we have here at Rich TV Live. They're so good. They really help me make good decisions. Okay, let me look at some of your guys' stocks. CTST. CanTrust. Can we trust CanTrust? I think there's the audience for everybody. There's an audience for hemp. There's an audience for THC. There's an audience for CBD. That's what makes this sector so sexy. CanTrust Holdings at $3.07, 8% up on 2 million shares in volume. Is there any reason for this catalyst? Oh, there's the news here. CanTrust appoints financial advisor for strategic review. Interesting. CanTrust appoints financial advisor for strategic review. CanTrust TRST in Canada, CTST in America today announced that the special committee of the company's board of directors has retained Greenhill and Company Canada Limited and Co Canada Limited as the special committee's financial advisor to assist in a review of strategic alternatives. These alternatives could include, among other things, a sale of the company or a portion thereof, a strategic investment, a business combination, changes to the company's operations or strategy, or continuing to execute on the company's current business plan. Wow, this is big. There can be no assurance that the special committee's review of strategic alternatives will result in any transaction. The special committee has not set a timetable for the conclusion of its review of strategic alternatives, and it does not intend to comment further. The nature, timing, and outcome of the strategic review process will be influenced by, among other things, the resolution of the company's regulatory compliance issues with Health Canada. About CannTrust. CannTrust is a federally regulated licensed producer of medical and recreational cannabis in Canada. Founded by pharmacists, CannTrust brings more than 40 years of pharmaceutical and healthcare experience to the medical cannabis industry and serves medical patients with its dried extract and capsule products. The company operates its Niagara Perpetual Harvest facility in Pelham, Ontario, and prepares and packages its products portfolio at its manufacturing center of excellence in Vaughan, Ontario. The company has also purchased 81 acres of land in British Columbia and expects to secure over 240 acres of land in total for low-cost outdoor cultivation, which it will use for its extraction-based products. This is good news, and they're going up based on this news. James Lawson says, went to the courthouse in Vancouver yesterday for the 4Front CanX merger hearing. The paperwork went through and was said to satisfy the U.S. Department of Justice. 4Front to be first through Department of Justice. 4Front. What's the symbol of that? Thank you for that pick. SunPower Corporation. Wow, they're up 8%, eh? It's PWR, SunPower Corporation. It's a new one to me. SunPower Corporation. And EXTR. Thank you for these picks. Internet Thug TV, EXTR. Let's just see what the analysts think of SunPower, SPWR. Hold, EXTR. Extreme Networks, Inc. Interesting pick. Wow, they've exploded. Wow. So yeah, they've recently been down, just exploding, but they usually don't keep these highs, so I would be careful around here. I wouldn't chase this stock, but definitely want to put on your watch list, put on your radar. CRTO. CRTO. Oh, coming from a bottom here. Looks good. CRTO. See what the analysts think. Moderate buy. Wouldn't chase green. TGI. Triumph Group Inc. Up 11.36%. Oh, careful. They're around a 52-week high, so I wouldn't chase it. But yeah, these guys are doing well. These guys are doing well. So the analysts think. Hold. All right, guys. Just wanted to go through all of that with you guys. Let's take a look one time at the pot sector in Canada and the U.S. Oh, it looks like it's pushing up a little bit again. CanTrust is one of the big winners, percentage gainers. Hey, what's up, Joe? Oxley is walking up, guys. They're now at 88 cents. I don't know if you guys are watching this. Oxley's walking up, guys. Suniva at 245. Nice. Let's go, Suniva. You know I got 10,000 shares, right? I'm up nicely on them right now. Vivo's up. The Green Organic Dutchman's over $3. Cameron Life Sciences up 3%. Wheat MD is up. Hempco Food and Fiber is up. FSD Pharma's up 4%. Emerald Health is up 6%. And if we look at the big boys, Canopy Growth is slightly red, 43.77 in Canada. Aurora is slightly green, up 1%. Kronos Group at 18.40, up slightly. Tilray up slightly at $41. Afri at 7.32, so cheap, up 1.53%. Hexo up 1.7%. Organogram up slightly. Green Organic, I see a lot of green. Like, where's the red coming from? Just Canopy? Let's look at the percentage decliners. ISOL is just getting slaughtered like every day. True Leaf Brands getting slaughtered. MYM getting kind of slaughtered. Alifia down to $1.03. That is one of the best buys out there. Wildflower Brands down 3%. Harvest One Cannabis down. Invictus MD just seems to always go down. Some of these stocks, once they get under $1, man, no man's land. It's trouble. It's pure trouble. In the US, we are in the green. We are in the green in the US. Tilt Holdings is leading the way, up 10%. Liberty Health Sciences up 7%. Harvest Health and Recreation having a big day, up 6%. One of my top 10 picks for August. Ianthus up 5%. One of my top 10 picks for August. MJAR up 4%. Maple Leaf Green World up 4%. Grow Generation Corp has been on fire, just keeps going up. I've done videos on them before when they were way lower, up 4%. SOL Global Investments up 4%. 1933 Industries up 4%. And MariMed up 4%. Take a look at all the big players. Cresco Labs is down a bit. Acreage is down a bit. Green Growth Brands is down a bit. But that's it. Alexinol is down a bit. Everybody else is up. What's Tilt in Canada at? What's Tilt at in Canada right now? REKR. Let me take a look, Joe. Yeah, Tilt is almost at $1. I was telling you guys earlier today that this is such a good buy. So damn cheap. Makes no sense. Another one that is so cheap, I'm going to share with you guys because you're here with me and I like that. National Access Cannabis. NACNF in America. META in Canada. Meta. Huge revenues at 53 cents. They are one of the most undervalued, underappreciated, under talked about stocks in the whole world right now. Such a good company, generating so much revenues, and at 53 cents. It's just a matter of time until these guys explode. Just a matter of time. It's not going to take long for them to go back to $1. CWeb in Canada on the TSX is at $23.87, up 2.98%. See what the analysts think. CWeb needs to get to the big boards because they got no analyst coverage. Okay, guys, this is Rich from Rich TV Live. Thank you for joining. I don't remember buying Sun in 2017, Jason, but who knows? I buy and sell things all the time. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. Let me take a look at Suniva real quick because they're up, and that means I'm in the green, and I might be selling. I'm up a couple $1,000 right now, so let's see if it stays at this price. $244 right now. I'm going to take a look at it right now because I'm up. I'm in the green. So stay tuned. I might drop some more videos here shortly. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace.